What I recognize is that we often can take on these deficit-based focus of autistic people within Indigenous communities. And through some of the teachings I've been gifted back home through elders and knowledge keepers, as well as through some of my travels across Canada and really across the world, is that our understandings of autism are very strength-based. And so what I really wanted to do over the past few days is connect with educators, administrators, families, parents, and allow them to kind of take these teachings that I've been gifted and apply them to their own lives so that they can start taking strength-based approaches to their own work and families. There was a long time we really wanted to fix or cure or treat autism. And I think the goal there was to create normal human beings, so to speak. And then you really think about, what does a normal human being really look like? I don't think they exist. And so I think it's really important just to kind of come to an understanding that when it comes to neurodivergence, it's very much, I think, a way of being. And when it comes to becoming a way of being, it's not something you can treat or fix in the first place. And so being able to support, being able to, again, embrace what's happening, and being able to really recognize and understand is a lot more effective and more healthy as well.
So we hope that everybody who had the opportunity to sit through the presentations over the last 2 days were able to get some great takeaways and perspective, and really, I guess, helping us to reshape how we view neurodivergence in the community and look at it more from a strength-based lens as opposed to a deficit lens. And I think that's something that's really in line with our culture as Kahnawà people. You know, we've always been taught that we raise our children, we raise them up in our ways and at Kahnawà and learn to identify their gifts and their strengths.
So I think that the presentation was really good because it focused a lot on the cultural connections that children who have neurodivergence, and that it's how he navigated as a parent with a child who has different needs. And he really focused on taking him out on the land and really making that connection with their Cree culture and their ways, and incorporating his gifts. And it was really nice to be able to, just see how he embedded that for his family.
So when it comes to autism, there are going to be challenges. How you address those challenges is really contextual. Everybody's going to be different. And so I think when it comes to education, when it comes to parenting, really taking a flexible and approach that allows for new information to come in and applying that information. And it's really important to really connect autistic people to culture and not to exclude them, and to be able to either adapt or find sensory-friendly ways of doing that.
We just really hope that it resonates with everybody, and that it keeps the conversation going about how we look at inclusion in the community and special needs in general.